Hello all. So welcome to Simplified Bio by Sidhu. This is your Siddesh sir, biology teacher. So in last video we were discussing about the materials which are required for photosynthesis, whether they are essential or not. Okay. So chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis, and sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. These are the 5 experiments which are very important for exam sake also. So that each and every step, so understand the concept and write it in your own way, no issue. So only the thing we should not miss is technical terminologies. Okay, so this is the thing I wanted to tell you. So in this video, let us discuss about heterotrophic nutrition, so in which especially holozoic nutrition. Okay, so before getting into the session, so if you are new to our channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive the notification, and also share to your friends who are in need and who are preparing for 10th board exam. Okay, so without wasting time, let us getting into the session. So the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so heterotrophic nutrition is already know that hetero means different, and tropes means nourishment. Okay, the organism which obtain the nourishment from the different organisms or other organisms are called as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so in this we have already discussed in an introduction part, that is parasitic mode of nutrition, symbiotic mode of nutrition, holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, so saprotrophic mode of nutrition, all these things. So in this session, so let us focus on holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, so what is this holozoic mode of nutrition? Holozoic nutrition. What are the example? Very important, children. Holozoic mode of nutrition, which we have already discussed the definition. So the mode of nutrition, in which the organisms obtain nourishment nutrients by breaking the complex substances into simpler one. Okay, which means so they intake either solid or liquid, food material. Okay, either solid or liquid food material. So usually this holozoic mode of nutrition involves 5 different steps. So what are those? So you may ask the question, you may get the question in exam, so board exam, like list out the steps involved in holozoic nutrition. Okay, what are those 5 steps involved in holozoic nutrition? So the first one is ingestion, so which is nothing but intake of food. Okay, the process of intake of food is called as ingestion. Next, digestion. So the breakdown of breakdown of complex food material into simpler substances. So like example, if you take starch is made up of many glucose molecules, right? So what you are going to do, so starch is made up of many glucose molecules like this. So many glucose molecules. So glucose molecules are there. So in between them a bond is there. So breaking down of this bond to obtain simple sugar, which is a complex sugar. Starch is a complex sugar, whereas this complex sugar is going to break down to form glucose molecules. This is a simple sugar. So like this. Okay. So this is what you will call digestion, and then so you will be having absorption. Absorption is nothing but so absorbing the food material, digested food material, like whatever the nutrients which are present in the food will be digested into simpler substances like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, all these. Okay, so absorbing the simpler substances. Okay, so next you have assimilation. What do you mean by this assimilation? Once after absorption, so what happens to that nutrients like glucose or amino acids? What happened to these substances? So the nutrients, you can write utilization of absorbed nutrients is called assimilation, and then the last stage of this holozoic mode of nutrition is, so you will be having some undigested food material, no? So what will happen to that undigested food material? We cannot keep in our body, or animals cannot keep in their body, so that it should be thrown out of the body, and that process is called as digestion. Okay, so you can write digestion. What do you mean by digestion? So expelling out the undigested food material. This is what you will call digestion. So what are the steps involved? List out the steps involved in a what do you call that? Holozoic mode of nutrition. The first one, ingestion, intake of food, and digestion. So breaking down of that complex material, whatever the present in the food. Okay, and then absorbing into the blood. Okay, so that is what you call absorption, and then assimilation is nothing but utilization of absorbed nutrients, and then digestion is the last process. So where you are throwing out the undigested food material. Okay, so let us move into the next topic of heterotrophic nutrition. So that is very important. With the diagram, they may ask you for 3 marks in your board exam. So explain the process of nutrition in amoeba. Nutrition in amoeba. So how this nutrition is going to take place in case of amoeba? Amoeba, what kind of nutrition it will follow? With the diagram you have to explain. Okay, so the first and foremost thing, so I'll write the diagram here. So first with the diagram I'll try to food particles. Okay, so this is the amoeba, and these are called as pseudopodia. So by projecting the finger-like projections, it will cover the food material to form a food vacuum. Okay, so just observe this. Amoeba you can write however you want because it is do not contain any perfect shape. Okay, so like this it will form. This is the food particle. Now food particle, and this is food vacuole. Food vacuole, and this is the nucleus. Okay, so next what happens? So in the food vacuole, some hydrolytic enzymes will be there, and that hydrolytic enzymes will be digesting. It breaks down the food particles which is present in it. The food particles will break down to form simpler substances, and then it will be diffuses into the cytoplasm. So the food particles are the digested food particles are the nutrients will diffuses into the cytoplasm, and then it will be utilized for various functions to get the energy for various activities which is performed by the amoeba. So now we have the undigested food materials, so that will be thrown out So the undigested food material will be the undigested, I will write here. What you have to write is amoeba is a single cellular so second step, it forms the temporary finger-like projections called pseudopodia. Okay, it forms the finger-like projections which are called pseudopodia, through which they cover the food material through which they cover the food material and forms the food vacuole. So in some books they have mentioned food vacuole will be present already in the amoeba itself. Okay, even however you write it is good. In some book they have provided like whatever we call food vacuole, it is present. The food enters into the food vacuole. But in some books they have mentioned that by covering the finger-like projections over the food, it will form the food vacuole. Okay, so food vacuole, and then in the food vacuole, the food gets digested by the digestive enzyme. digestive enzyme. So this is what you call ingestion and this is digestion. Okay, next up, the digested food contain various nutrients diffuses into cytoplasm then the nutrients are utilized for energy production. Okay, next up. So the last point, the undigested food material. Undigested food material thrown out of the body, of the cell body so this is what the procedure, what do you call the explanation of nutrition in amoeba. So if you write this much and the diagram, no way they will deduct the marks. Okay, compulsory, whosoever the correcting your paper, definitely they must give the marks. Okay, or else, so you can write like ingestion, after ingestion, so it forms the temporary finger-like projections called pseudopodia, through which they cover the food material and they form vacuole. Then digestion, so this point, after digestion, in the food vacuole, the food get digested. So by using digestive enzyme, and then absorption, the digested food contain various nutrients diffuses into the cytoplasm. Like this also you can mention, or directly you can write like this. So no need to get confusion. Either you can write like this or by mentioning ingestion and then this point. So digestion, this point. Like that also if you mention even better. Okay. So by this, so we have completed nutrition in amoeba. So in next video we'll start up with nutrition in human beings. How exactly the nutrition will take place in case of human beings. So we will discuss in that video. So until that, keep watching, keep supporting like this. So share to your friends. So it will help us to do more and more videos like this. So thank you.